people still don't know how much important the sunlight is. Like, it has a lot of benefits, not just vitamin D. People used to say it has vitamin D, and it has a lot of other benefits. It's more than just vitamin D. It plays a vital role in recovery, and it plays a vital role in absorption. You know why plants turn into the sunlight? When there is a sunlight, they turn to those shade, the photosynthesis. So the photon from the sunlight plays a very big role. You can compare the sunlight with the LED light. If you keep a LED light, the amount of the photons you get from the LED light, you will have just one line, a single line, something. If you keep it on sunlight, you'll have a huge number of photons. People nowadays go for the red light because it has a lot of radiations. Sunlight is a natural red light. You'll have a lot of recovery. People don't know that. Here I'll tell about one of the client which we met recently. She's 53 years old and she was deficient in vitamin D. And the doctor have asked to take her vitamin D tablets for a longer time. She was under medication for a longer time, almost 7 years. One particular thing have been concentratedly given and it affects the body in some other way. So it has been occurring in a loop. So if she focuses on one problem, there rises other problems. So that's happening for a longer time. And then when she came as, we didn't do anything. We asked her to meet the sunlight for 15 minutes daily. She was 53 years old, but we said that. She have been doing it for a month and we saw improvement not just on the vitamin D, on her entire hormone pattern got really good. And next thing what people miss is movement, which is very important. People do spend a lot to go to gym, to do this kind of exercise, sports activities. I appreciate, but there are people who just wanted to move when they go to gym. They lift, they feel stiff, and again they take rest, and they complain that they are feeling stiff all the time, even I'm working out. That's not how the body is designed. The human body is actually designed to move. So the nature doesn't tell you to go to gym, but the nature tells you to move. And that's how it is designed. You have to activate all your joint. We use modern shoes, modern heels, modern slippers, and we are way more out of the grounding, which is very important. We have to consider, have you ever felt when you go and stand in the grass, have you ever felt that energy going inside your body just by standing in the grass? So think about you combining all these three things. You move in the sunlight, on a barefoot, on a grass. There's this saying, you have to do these three things at least, touch grass, touch sand, and touch water. So these are natural claims which will improve our body connection to the earth. So we pay and get away from this. We pay sunscreen to get away from sunlight. We pay not to move, making things easier. Like, we don't even go out to buy something. We make it come to our home. We pay to cut down that. Again, we pay for slippers and everything, not to feel the grounding energy. So what we do, we pay to risk our life. I would say recovery is also free of cost, where it is completely dependent on you. But nowadays what we do, we pay for recovery. We pay for supplements, we pay for bed, we pay for the comfort. This is actually a mattress, and we pay for the red light, and we pay for all the sauna and every other factors. So if we follow the circadian rhythm, we wake up early in the morning and then we work throughout the day, and then after the sun goes down, automatically our circadian rhythm will be on process where we will get the natural sleep. But what we do, we pay to get the sleep. Like, we go for supplements, we go for all magnesium, and this, of course it works. But back those days, were the magnesium supplement present? No. How did they get the sleep? My great grandfather, he didn't use any magnesium, but he was sleeping at 9 p.m. and then waking up earlier before sunrise. He had a very good sleep and he's energetic. He feels the power, and even his energy is a different level. But now people in 20s feel so unrecovered. So what can be the solution? The solution is thinking, how can we get these things? The solution is simple. After knowing all this, all you have to do is prioritize what's actually needed rather than paying for something which is healthy. You don't need a new system. You don't need more information. Just start right away with what is actually free of cost. So it's very simple. I'll say it's very simple. Get up early, meet the sunlight, go for a walk, touch grass, touch sand, touch water, eat the real food, and then recover better. Make sure your circadian rhythm is good, and then you'll start feeling way more better than any supplements. And even in MedFits, first protocol is not to give them or stock them with a huge amount of supplements. Anybody can bring results, but how it is done matters a lot. So we give these free of cost things. We ask them to go meet the sunlight, we ask them to touch the grass, feel the nature, we ask them to eat real foods, real movement, and we make them to feel the real way. And then they see a huge differences in their body. Even though the sunlight can't meet the vitamin D needed, but it gives a huge difference because it has a lot of other factors. So people think certain natural things has certain benefits. No. If we take sunlight, people was thinking just vitamin D, but it has a lot of things to do with other factors as well. So it is meant for a reason. That is why we cannot beat the nature. None of the supplements can beat the nature. That is how it is meant. 4 top professionals working for your body and giving what's actually needed for your body rather than depending on any kind of supplement. They pay us 2,500 and then in return they can save a lot of money because we don't give supplements. We don't give any kind of modern foods. Everything, most of the things are free of cost and few things are very easily available and what's needed for their body. So know that whatever I said is not new, which has already been said by our great grandfathers, by our grandfather, and even by our parents, but we ignored it. And now it's time to get it, implement it, and actually get it benefited. Else, fine, we got supplements, but then you'll definitely regret for missing this. Whatever I said, it's not actually new, which have been said by your great grandfather, your grandfather, even your parents. But it's all we ignored it. And that's because we haven't experienced it yet. Once you experience, you'll never ever quit it. You'll feel the real way of living.